Welcome to episode 6 in our series on Aquinas' De Ente et Essentia. Here we can see a map of Italy with Thomas's hometown right there in Aquino. Sed primo modo non potest dici ens nisi quod aliquid in re ponet, unde primo modo caecitas et huius modi non sunt entia, nomen igitur essentiae non sumatur ab ente secundo modo dicto, aliqua enim hoc modo dicuntur entia, quae essentiam non habent, ut patet in privationibus, sed sumatur essentia ab ente primo modo dicto. Now Aquinas continues, but, he said, in the first mode, in the first way, it is not able to be called an ens. Something is not able to be said to be a being, unless that thing which posits something in actuality, in re. Remember, this is once again the distinction between in re and in verbis. These are not the same thing. Something can exist in speech and not exist in reality, Aquinas is maintaining. But in the first instance, in the first mode, it is not able to be said to be an ens, except that thing which posits something aliquid in reality, in re. Whence, or for this reason, in the first mode, remember, there were two modes that he differentiated between: blindness, caecitas, and huius modi. Now, this is an interesting construction, because caecitas is feminine, singular, and nominative. Clearly, it's part of the compound subject of the verb sunt here. But huius modi is a neuter, singular, and genitive. So huius modi clearly cannot be the subject of the verb sunt. So what we have is an implicit word, something like ea, perhaps, or haec, some neuter plural. Whence, in the first mode, blindness and things, ea or haec, of this kind, non sunt, are not things that exist, are not entia. Notice that entia is neuter, plural, and nominative, as the predicate of both caecitas and the pronoun, most likely ea or haec, that is used with the genitive huius modi. Quite likely what Aquinas has in mind is ea rather than haec, because haec huius modi would create quite an unpleasant sound. Before we continue on, it might be helpful to review what Aquinas means by primo modo and secundo modo. Remember from previous episodes, primo modo is that which can be dividitur, divided up through the 10 categories, per decem genera. And secundo modo means that which signifies or indicates the truth of propositions. So when he uses primo modo and secundo modo, this is what he means by that. We should keep these definitions in mind. Let's continue. Therefore, the term essence, this is nominative, essentiae in the genitive. The term essence, non sumatur, is not derived from being, from ente, stated, dicto, secundo modo. Remember what that is, in the second mode. Ente here modified by dicto. Why? Enim, for certain things are expressed or are stated in this way, secundo modo, as beings, things which in fact do not have essence. Aquinas' example is ut patet, as is evident in the case of privations. Caecitas, think of blindness as a privation. But essence is derived, essentia sumatur, from being stated dicto in the first mode. I'll leave it to you to puzzle out the philosophical implications.